Former Cambridge professor Jason Arday found dead after resignation amid plagiarism row. Jason Arday, the former University of Cambridge professor whose career recently became the subject of intense scrutiny over plagiarism allegations and questions about aspects of his academic record, has been found dead at his home in South London. He was 41. Arday's death was confirmed after emergency services were called to an address in Battersea on Friday. Police said the death was unexpected but was not being treated as suspicious, while a coroner is expected to establish the circumstances surrounding his death. The news comes only days after Arday resigned from Cambridge and Jesus College following weeks of growing controversy surrounding his academic work and claims about his professional and personal history. Arday made history in 2023 when he was appointed Professor of Sociology of Education at Cambridge, becoming the university's youngest ever black professor. His rise through academia had attracted widespread attention, particularly because of the extraordinary story he had shared about overcoming significant difficulties during his childhood before eventually reaching one of Britain's most prestigious universities. However, his achievements came under mounting scrutiny this year after questions were raised about his doctoral thesis, professional credentials, and some of the claims associated with his biography. Allegations of plagiarism became a central part of the controversy, although Arday rejected accusations that he had deliberately engaged in academic misconduct. Liverpool John Moores University, where Arday obtained his doctorate, had previously investigated plagiarism concerns and upheld the validity of his PhD. Cambridge nevertheless announced plans for further investigations into his academic record and the circumstances surrounding his appointment. The controversy intensified as additional questions emerged about statements relating to his childhood, career, sporting activities, and other achievements. Arday maintained that he had made mistakes but disputed the portrayal of him as a fraud. In his resignation statement, Arday said the relentless accusations, speculation, and public commentary had placed an enormous burden on him and those close to him. He said leaving Cambridge was necessary to protect his well-being and allow him to focus on his family and future. His family has since described him as a gentle and optimistic man and said he had endured a prolonged campaign of abuse, harassment, and misinformation. They have urged people to respect their privacy and stop further attacks on his reputation. Cambridge Vice-Chancellor Professor Deborah Prentice expressed deep sadness over Arday's death and offered condolences to his family, friends, and colleagues. His previous institutions have also paid tribute to the academic. Arday's death has added a tragic dimension to a controversy that had already raised difficult questions about academic integrity, institutional responsibility, media scrutiny, and the treatment of minority scholars. Cambridge had announced that it would conduct an independent investigation into the circumstances surrounding Arday's appointment and review its procedures for senior academic recruitment. That process is now likely to face renewed attention as questions remain about how concerns surrounding his credentials were handled. Beyond the controversy, Arday's career represented an unusual journey from significant childhood challenges to becoming a prominent academic at one of the world's best-known universities. His story had inspired many people, while the allegations against him generated intense debate over standards, accountability, and diversity within higher education. His death leaves many of those questions unresolved. With police not treating the death as suspicious and a coroner's investigation pending, attention is now turning toward his family, colleagues, and the wider academic community as they come to terms with the loss. The circumstances surrounding Arday's final days are likely to remain the subject of public discussion, but his death also serves as a reminder of the human cost that can accompany intense public scrutiny and controversy. If you enjoy staying updated with the latest stories and trending news, please consider subscribing to Trendscope. Your support helps us bring you more content every day. Thank you.